NFT is not going to affect my life at all, why should they care about it?
People that necessarily, it's like, why would I buy something online and own it online? It doesn't mean anything.
You're doing it every day.
You're doing it every day. People don't even realize that it's
people that should be most scared about this change into the blockchain are the people that are faking it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be public. You can't fake it.
You can't fake it, yeah.
If you're an upcoming entrepreneur, there is no two ways about it. Web3, NFTs, etc. That is the way forward.
Every company right now should be looking in smart contracts. Every
100%.
company.
Every single one.
It's going to change the game.
Look into Web3. See what it offers. Look into NFTs. This is the future.
So the title of this podcast is basically going to be everything you need to know about NFTs in an hour. Cool? Sure. So that's the way it's going to go. So the first question is, for people who don't know, what the is an NFT?
Don't take it away.
Go on, Milo, take it away.
So an NFT is basically just a digital asset. That's like the simplest way to put it. Like NFT, the word, it's a bit like email. Like it just basically means a digital asset, and it's a way to like own your digital assets. So like an example of a digital asset is like FIFA players or FIFA coins or Fortnite skins or CSGO skins, anything like that. All digital assets that people are willing to pay for in return for like a digital thing back. So NFTs are just digital assets, and it's a way that you can own them and stuff like that.
And to expand on that, I think a lot of people still don't understand it even from that point. It's like, so with NFTs and stuff, it's a way to verify that you own something. That's literally
something digital.
And it's something that it doesn't have, well, yeah, obviously it has to be digital, but it's a way to verify that you own something. So an example, in the next few years, sports tickets, football tickets, any kind of like ticket event will all be based on NFTs, because you can verify that it's legitimate, it's come from the creator. You can see it all online. You can go on Etherscan, you can go on all the websites, you can see exactly where it's come from, and you can verify that that is a legitimate ticket. You don't want to be standing outside MEN Arena in Manchester waiting for a Drake concert and some ticket touts going, I've got Drake tickets, and he gives you a ticket, you pay £200 each,
and then it turns out to be
you go
fake.
to the gate and it turns out to be fake. Yeah. That's not possible with NFTs. Yeah. It's not possible. What you've got is a legitimate asset that you can see exactly where it's come from, and then you know it's legit and you're guaranteed your entry. That is exactly the way I would put it. In terms of like achieving it to like people who don't know at the moment, that's the simplest way I could put it. Because everyone goes to concerts, everyone goes to football matches, etc.
Sure.
So that would be the way that I would relate it to other people. But in the next few years, your football tickets, your live events,
like a V5 for a car.
Yeah.
You say
a V5
I
for
sell
a
a
car
car to you, I just go on my app, transfer you the V5, and you have ownership. You can prove that is ownership to that car or whatever.
You can do it like Rolexes and bags, you know, you get like certificate of authentication.
Yeah.
That can be fake so easy. Or like you buy a watch, it's not the papers.
People have fake
like,
watches, but
it's
also
there. Like
fake
you
paper
literally like
and
this is real, it's mine.
I've never even thought of that, what you just said then.
Yeah,
passports.
Yeah.
You can verify legitimate that is a legitimate passport. There's no way to fake it anymore. You can literally scan it and it will come up straight up. That is a legitimate passport. You won't have to have someone at no gate because you'll have like a barrier there anyway. You scan your passport and then boom, you're through. Because everyone knows anyway, everything's going digital. Everything's going digital. So passports, your ID, it's all going to be on your Apple Wallet eventually. There's no two ways about it. So you're going to walk to your gate and you're going to scan it. You won't have to have no one stood there. You just scan it, boom, you know it's legit and you're straight through. It's just going to change the convenience of everything. And I would like to expand on the fact of like what NFTs actually are to people. So everyone just looks at NFTs at the moment because of the hype as just artwork. It's not artwork. The main benefits of NFTs is the utilities behind it. So you've got, so the example I use all the time is Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's the most popular NFT. A lot of people watching.
Let's slow it down. We've got to stick with the audience retention. We've got to save that for about 20 minutes into the podcast.
Cool. That's fine. Go on.
Before we continue, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 50k by May, so let's make that happen. So subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds of your time to do so, and you'll be helping out a ton. So yeah, to continue where you left off, I know obviously we understand what NFTs are. But if we had to like dumb it down in the most simple terms ever of what NFT is, what is it?
It's a way to verify that you own something. That is exactly what it is.
Okay,
it's
so
a way to legitimately verify that you own something. So as I use the example of like tickets, etc., you can see it online. There's no way to fake it. You go on Etherscan, correct? Etherscan is, you go on Etherscan, you can verify it.
And the thing is, anyone can verify it. So like the way to like take it back to like a Rolex is, if I had a fake Rolex, to like verify my Rolex is real, I have to take it to a Rolex dealer. I have to pay for it to be verified. And then even then, there's still a chance that the verifier person could get it wrong. But when it's on the blockchain, it's literally physically impossible for it to be fake. Like if your NFT isn't part of the collection that you're meant to be buying, there's no way that someone else can like sell you a fake NFT and it be part of that collection. It's just impossible. So like,
Literally.
it's a way for, it's like everyone can check whether anything's real or fake. And it's like, let's say I had a Bored Ape and I'm like flexing it saying, oh yeah, I've got a Bored Ape, right? If people don't believe me, all you have to do is literally go on my wallet and just look if I've got it. And if I've got it, I've got it. And if I don't have it, I don't have it. And if I have a fake one, you'll know it's fake. And it's as simple as that. It's literally, there's no possible way to fake it. So it's like a revolution compared to like physical items and things like that.
I think one of the most reasons why NFTs are so popular is because everyone sees that people are making some serious dumb money from it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
it's
A lot of people
ridiculous,
are making
crazy.
serious dumb money
How?
from it.
From which side are you talking on here? So you've got creators that are making stupid amounts of money.
For example, you always see, there's that side of it as well, but you always see
People trading.
People trading, and you say, I don't know, there'll be an article saying, I don't know, Logan Paul buys X NFT for $600,000, for example.
So
that gets the whole NFT aspect out.
He
don't
bought,
need
he
to
bought,
spend
he
that,
bought
though.
the other day a project called World of Women.
He bought
And I think
40 of them, yeah.
He bought 40, and I think he sold 2.
He sold one for, he bought 40 for 800K.
Was this the one where he showed it on his podcast?
Yeah,
on-
he showed it on his
yeah,
podcast.
he did it on a
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he bought 40 for 800K. He sold one for 750K. So now he's 50K down and he's got 39 left to sell.
Yeah,
So he
mad.
sells like one more and he's up like what, 700 grand.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's still got
800K,
38.
left.
And they're going to go up. They're
Yeah.
still
I
going to
think
go
if you
up.
work it out right now, I think he's made like 20 mil off it.
But what's making these NFTs go up? Because he bought it for what? How much you said?
800K bought 40, but that was as soon as he released.
Yeah,
but like
that's-
Gary Vee like rang him up and he was like, yo, you need to get on this.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is that
he
the one?
bought-
Because I watched, there was...
I
different
think he's
episodes.
always
he did it
Yeah,
with
so-
Mr. Beast, didn't he?
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about that example. And it was like early, was it? It was probably like February last year. I think he said that Gary rang him up and was like, you need to get on this. And Gary Vee is Gary Vee, so people believe like what he says. And obviously, if you're into his social circle, you guarantee to believe what he believes.
Yeah.
So when he rings up Logan Paul and he tells Logan Paul, these crypto punks, I believe it, he bought them, and then you look at them 6 months down the line, or even 12 months on from this point, and CryptoPunk's at the floor of a CryptoPunk. If people don't know what floor is, that's the minimum price you can buy for of that NFT. What was floor?
It's
on
like
there?
70, yeah. So it's like
Yeah, it's about
£140,000.
At this time last year, I've not got the figure of what there was this time last year, unfortunately. But there wasn't £140,000.
Well,
It was
lot
a
cheaper.
lot cheaper.
Yeah.
The NFT space kind of took off like early summer last year, 2021. And it's just literally grown so much. Do any of you know the OpenSea figures of what?
Like this month?
Nah, not this month. Of like from where it just started gradually growing.
I think he did like 300 million. Like he did. So OpenSea like sold like $300 million worth.
Really
of
quick, Miles.
NFTs.
OpenSea is like
Oh,
the biggest.
I was just going to say, what is OpenSea?
OpenSea is like the eBay of NFTs.
So you
Yeah.
buy
But
NFTs
there's-
on OpenSea?
It's a secondary market.
So it's
It's
secondary
only
market.
one blockchain right now, so OpenSea only do Ethereum drops. So if it like,
Ethereum NFTs.
there's lots of other.
It's a second-hand marketplace, right? So where do you buy the NFT from originally if you want to
Direct
be the
from
one?
the person that makes it. You just go on
So
the
a
website,
website.
you can click
Yeah.
mint when it's obviously releases, and then you buy it if you can buy it. And then as soon as it's instantly onto OpenSea, instantly trading.
So for an example, I was listening to a podcast on the way up to Birmingham here. Are you guys familiar with RDB in
Yeah.
LA?
Yeah. Big, you know what? Big fans of RDB. You know?
So I was watching him, and they were saying they're dropping a NFT drop on the 30th of January, I believe.
Yeah, it's
So,
quite hyped.
but
up.
you
it's already
got to get it
released.
directly from their website, I believe.
Yeah. So that's how it works. So basically, like the person who makes the NFT, they just like you buy it off their website, and then you can sell it on like OpenSea after that. So it's just like it's like exactly like sneakers. So if you're into like sneaker reselling, you buy your sneaker from Nike or Adidas, and then you sell it on eBay or StockX after that.
Am I correct in saying that with OpenSea, to sell an NFT on there, is it you have to have 10,000 amount or something like that?
Nah, you don't. You can do
So
anything.
That's
Do anything.
so basically, it's attached to your MetaMask wallet. So your MetaMask is like your Lloyds, your Barclays, whatever.
Yeah.
That's just your wallet.
Yeah.
So your token comes in, your NFT comes into your wallet, and then you attach your wallet to OpenSea, and OpenSea is just a marketplace. OpenSea just shows what you've got in your wallet, and then you can swap out your wallet, transfer in your wallet, do whatever.
How long have NFTs been around for? When were they actually made?
2017. Well,
That's when
earlier
it first
than
come
that.
out.
Like,
That
they
was
came
what,
out-
that, from
That's
what
when
we
like
know.
profile picture NFTs came
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So like
What about
the crypto
what about, like,
punks, the crypto skulls,
First ever
stuff
NFT.
like that.
When did that come out? Do you guys know?
I don't know when the first NFT came out, but as Tom
They're
said,
still backdating them though.
so avatars like which is the original one, like for your profile picture kind of stuff, which is the CryptoPunks. You see a lot of it on Twitter. You go on Jay-Z's profile, he's got his CryptoPunk as his profile picture. That's the original. As far as we know, I think that's probably one of the
first ever profile picture.
First
NFT.
ever profile picture one. So around 2017, that's when they came out.
So what everyone sees right nowadays is pictures, whether they're stupid pictures or whether they're actually proper good artwork and stuff like that as NFTs, right? But so who's to say that someone can't screenshot it?
You can screenshot it. So you can go to Paris and go and take a picture of the Mona Lisa, put it as your profile picture, but it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean you own it.
It doesn't mean you own it. You've not actually owning it. It's just the same as taking a picture of anything.
Yeah.
If anything, you're actually showing everyone else this NFT that I have and you screenshotted it. It's actually doing me a benefit. You're giving more eyes to my NFT, which means the price is going to go up. So I'm happy for anyone to screenshot anything. It's not like, it's just a running meme.
Yeah, it's
really.
essentially sharing, isn't it?
Twitter have just introduced NFT profile pictures. So it's now like if you've got an NFT profile picture on Twitter, it's only available in the US at the time of recording. But if you're in the US and you've got an NFT as your profile picture, it offers you. So you click on edit profile, you click your profile picture, it says choose a photo or choose an NFT. You click the NFT and it changes the profile picture from a circle to a hexagon, and you connect your wallet to Twitter, etc. So you know when you're scrolling down that person owns that NFT. And when you click on their profile picture, it gives you the details of exactly who created that NFT, who owns that NFT, and then it shows you the transaction ID.
Yeah.
So you can see exactly who owns that NFT. There's no two ways about it. You can, like Tom said, you can screenshot it and you can do all etc. But I'll use the example of Bored Ape. I don't know if you like whatever.
Yeah.
But Bored Ape. So the Bored Ape Yacht Club is essentially a members club, right? And that's the real utility of it. It's not artwork. You get the utilities behind it. A Bored Ape Yacht Club offer networking events, like exclusive events at nightclubs. Like say you was having a Hakkasan party in Las Vegas, or you was having a yacht party in Saint-Tropez, etc. You need a Bored Ape to get into those social circles.
It's basically like your invitation.
It is. It's your invitation, and it's guaranteed entry, no questions asked. But if you want to buy a Bored Ape right now, if the floor price is what, 90F?
93.
And I don't know what the F value is at the moment, but from what I understood from maybe a week ago, the Bored Ape Yacht Club floor was around $250,000 in like at the transaction time.
So you're saying the reason for the price of it isn't because of the actual artwork itself, it's because of everything that comes behind it.
There is some that is valued off just the artwork, but specifically the most popular NFT in the world, or the most well-known NFT, is Bored Ape Yacht Club, and it offers the networking events. And if you need $250,000 to get in. You can only imagine what kind of people are in them social circles.
Yeah.
And I watched the movie, I can't remember what it is, and I'll use this example as well, is there was a guy that was going to private poker events and he was losing $70,000 every single night. And then he went back to the woman who was doing the private events and he was like, I would like to purchase another round. She was like, I can't do it, you're losing every single time. And then he was like, don't worry about it because I'm losing $70,000 a night, but every time I come, I'm getting $4 million for my investment fund. So if you go into the Bored Ape Yacht Club event parties, you spent your $250 up front, only a one-time fee, right? And then you go to these events, and everyone who's there has to have had necessarily a $250,000 net worth on it. So the amount of people that's there that can offer you insane value in terms of like what they can bring you in terms of business. It's priceless. The amount of like everyone knows networking is your net worth. I used the example from before.
Yeah.
Networking is your net worth. So if you can benefit from those situations, it's worth the $250,000 because that's the price you pay. And then in 2 weeks' time, it might have doubled, and you've still got it, and you've made the money whilst being in them social circles. So you might have paid $250. It's now worth $500, and you've made $2 million from your events. So like that's the real benefit of NFTs.
So that came out, well, the floor price of that you said was about $250,000, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so how much do those NFTs come out at?
Bored Ape's worth.
0.08, I think.
I think it was 0.008, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a few
Sat for
$100.
days. They just sat stuff.
$300, so not even
And it
nothing.
didn't sell out straight away.
They literally
was
just
3
sat for
days.
days.
Seriously? And when did they come out?
Couple months
April.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, April last year, 21.
Bloody hell. So whoever's got one is basically...
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
But
hold
then
it from back then.
if you sell that, you've lose all your network basically.
Yeah,
lose
you
all
lose your
your
invitation. It's your invitation pass, and then But like I
Once
said,
it's gone, it's gone. There's no like getting it back.
Getting it back, yeah.
Unless you buy it
unless you
back.
buy another one, yeah.
Which is dumb.
But obviously some of these are worth more than others, so each NFT might have. So those NFTs have different properties. So one might be wearing a different t-shirt, might have different hair, and then they go down in percentages. So a top that's only got like a 1% trait, so 1% of those NFTs have that top. It's obviously worth more than what a Bored Ape with a 20% property. It's obviously worth a lot more. So people are just higher investing in the bigger ones.
Do you guys know how to make NFT?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm thinking is the same sort of thing with this whole networking events. Maybe we make a CEOCAST, CEO NFT sort of thing.
Yeah.
Have it limited. And not even for the purpose of like making mad money on it, but just whole networking
It's
event.
about
basically being
benefiting
invitations.
it's
Yeah,
about
cool.
benefiting the
Yeah.
followers. If you're going into NFTs and trying to make money, that's not the game plan. You have to believe in what you're trying to sell.
You could
to
do
people.
like live shows and stuff.
Yeah,
So you've seen how
exactly, yeah.
Stephen Bartlett's done his,
Yeah.
and he does like the live things. He does in Manchester, etc.
Yeah.
But you could do that. Just have like a live show, two people chatting, you and someone else, and then like a full audience.
But then let me ask you, I know it's going to contradict my whole plan here of NFT, CEOCAST NFT. Why do I need NFT for that? Why can't I just put people in a Discord chat and, just charge them
You can, but
$3.99
then
a month?
like so if I just pass Max my phone,
Yeah,
no, he's got that.
that's true.
So then it's not
Yeah.
us, is it?
They
It's
send
just
it,
like,
but it's just like it's not really the same.
Personally, me, I think the biggest like usage for NFTs is in the digital space. So when it like kind of crosses over with physical things, I think that's where it becomes like a bit of a grey area. Because like even if I own this NFT and I use my NFT to get access to X thing, I can still give Max my phone and he can still get the benefits of like because I own the NFT. So I think the most important like usage for NFTs is in like the digital space. So like gaming, things like that. It's like ways buying and selling assets in game. Like people invest like all their lives into games, and there's no way usually in games until now to like actually transact between the game and like a thing with blockchains as well is they're decentralized. So if your game is on the blockchain, the creator of the game can't like manipulate the market. So that's where like the biggest thing I think is like on these digital things, you kind of can't like.
can't lie.
Then you've got
Yeah.
things like Flyfish, like the Gary Vee one, which
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
a restaurant. So you need the NFT to go to the restaurant, and I think the buy-in price was 2.5 ETH,
Yeah.
which is like what?
now
like
all-
eight
Well,
grand.
just to clear up
Like
quickly,
six
when you
and a half,
say
6.5. That,
when you say F, you mean Ether, yeah?
Yeah, Ether.
Okay, cool.
Whatever,
Just to
yeah.
clear that up, yeah.
I'd like Milo to expand on his gaming point at the moment because Milo was into CS:GO and RuneScape when he was younger. And there's a great opportunity here to understand exactly if you was into RuneScape, you was into CS:GO. Milo's about to explain exactly why this is so valuable to gaming industry and why you will benefit if you're into those situations. You will benefit massively if you was into gaming.
So like a massive thing is, so like CSGO is a great example. So it's like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and that was like one of the first games to ever like utilize like skins on your weapons as like an asset. So people was paying like thousands of dollars for like X skin, right? But the marketplace for these skins was on an app called Steam, which is like a gaming app that like allows you to play games on. And their marketplace like worked by like you added money to your Steam wallet, but you can't withdraw your money from your Steam wallet like legitly. You had to like sell it to a random guy, and then you have to get the cash that way. But the way like this whole like blockchain and Ethereum works is all these games will be on the blockchain, and everybody able to buy and sell the digital assets in the game and sell it back out. So let's say I played CSGO for two years and I was so good at the game, I worked up hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of like in-game stuff. I could sell all that on and get my money out and just move on to my next thing in my life. Because people are playing games and they don't want to play them forever. Like they're playing for a brief period and then they want out, but you want your money back. And like right now, there's no such thing as like a play to earn game until NFTs came back, and people are investing like all their lives like addicted to these games, like being really good at them. Like World of Warcraft, another great example of it. Like you had to be really skilled to get like in-game items, but these in-game items were worth like thousands of pounds, and there was no way to like buy and sell these in the real world and like actually connect everything properly. And this is what like this whole like NFT and digital assets thing allows. It allows everything to be like sold back for real money.
So if I relate this to a game that I play or played quite frequently, GTA 5, right?
Yep.
So in GTA 5, I'd like to say in real life as well, I'm a billionaire. Yeah, I've got the penthouse, got everything like that. Maybe eventually I could sell my account or all my stuff.
So
Assets in your account. It's a perfect
so
example.
Sandbox at the moment is a huge NFT space, and they sell digital real estate. So you can buy land in a game essentially online, right? If you had the penthouse and the original penthouse at the top of the tower in GTA 5, everyone who's watching knows that penthouse.
yeah.
Everyone
When online
knows.
just come out.
If you owned that penthouse,
You were balling.
You was balling, right? And if you actually owned it and no one else could own it because it's sold to you in that digital world, it's worth money in like it's worth your USD, it's worth your GBP.
Yeah.
It's worth it because, and people that necessarily, it's like, why would I buy something online and own it online? It doesn't mean anything.
You're doing it every day.
You're doing it every day. People don't even realize that you're spending, like you go to work, right, 9 a.m. Pretty much most of the population probably works on a computer. Like so you work on a computer 8 hours a day minimum. You go home from work, you sit on your phone, or you're watching TV, etc. Or why is the Instagram check so like valuable? It's worth something. It really is. Why do you post online? You're looking for reaction from people. You want appraisal. So like with going back to the CSGO skins, if you've got the best knife in CSGO, people are going to appreciate that and they're going to tell you, yo, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. And then that's the value in it. Like if you're into those kind of things, and it's into anything, like as an example, but the CSGO one's a really good one. If you've got that good knife and you're cruising about in those lobbies, people are going to be impressed. Yeah. They're going to be impressed.
It did happen. Like even when I used to play it back in the day, people would be like, oh, that's so sick. Like, because they're worth like literally thousands of dollars. So people are like, that's insane. But like right now, even on Steam right now, like there's still no way for you to cash out your money. So once you've got your knife in game, you can only sell it back for like Steam credit. There's no way to get your money out. And even then, Steam can do whatever they want. Like Ethereum is a decentralized blockchain. People they can't like, if I made a game on Ethereum, people could see, if I had 10,000 skins, if I added another 1,000 skins, everybody would be able to see it. And people have massive malicious intent, and it's gonna change the world in like this gaming industry and people are spending like so much of your time online. It's like what Brad said about like the blue check. You're literally spending 12 hours a day connected to the phone, connected to your TV, everything. You're already living your life online. You're already living in the metaverse. It's just not as like prominent as people think. Yeah.
It's not as immersive
I was
yet.
just gonna say, so moving on with like Web3 stuff, how does this all link into like the metaverse, Web3, everything going on? You know, we hear so many keywords like, I don't know, exactly like you said, sandbox, Decentraland, metaverse. How does NFTs link into all of that?
That's just your physical property.
Yeah, you need
verifies that you own that.
Yeah.
So when you put your headset on or whatever it might be in a few years, you own that.
Yeah.
So if I had an NFT for this bottle of Coke, I would just put my headset on, take it on, verify that I've got that, and that's not just some like.
So you could show it off in the virtual world.
Well, that's like a big thing, isn't it? It's like people like go to clubs, people wear watches, like half it is like, look at me, like it's a flex.
Yeah.
So like with NFTs, like it part and parcel is that it's the way to do that digitally. Like you can post a picture of a watch, but like people are, oh, it's Photoshop, it's this, it's that. But if you go on Twitter and you've got that Bored Ape as your profile picture and it's verified, like that is yours. So it is like an online way to flex.
It's a new way to flex. It's a perfect example. A good example is one of our friends. We went to the club the other week. He's got a rose gold 60th anniversary day date. That's worth about £70,000 at the moment of speaking, right? But he came to the club with his £70,000 anniversary day date on, and he came with an Apple Watch on, a £400 Apple Watch, right? On the screen was an NFT that he owned, which was a Mutant 8 Yacht Club, and it was worth about $50,000, right, at the time of when he came.
Yeah.
The floor probably now is even
It's like
more.
20th now, so it's like 60 grand pounds.
Yeah, it's like £60,000 right now. So he's got 70,000 on this wrist, and essentially he's got another 60 on this wrist. But you might think it's just a picture, but he owns it. You know what I mean? It's a flex.
Yeah.
You'll see it. A good example: 11 in Miami. When their clients who own NFTs go to the club, what they'll do is they'll get cardboard cutouts of their really appreciated clients, what they own. They'll bring them out on the bottle shows. So they'll bring them out with all the champagne, the Ace of Spades and the girls, etc. They bring them out. It's a new way to flex as well. It really is. Your Rolexes and stuff, they're not going outdated, but there's a new asset to be able to have. There's a new way to be able to flex. Yeah. There's a new flex. There's a new way to do it. And people are always jumping on the latest trends. But the problem is with the NFT stuff is it's a huge transition. Milo put it perfectly to me the other month when I was trying to understand it myself. He's like, this is literally like telling you about the internet before the internet. This is a serious change in the way of life. There's no two ways about it.
It's like internet stocks when they came out, like no one believed them. Like Gary Vee preaches it all the time. Like no one believed internet stocks. You were like, considered stupid for getting in on it because it's like, why would you do it? It's like the internet doesn't exist yet, so it's confusing. Yeah. It's like Web3 is effectively that's that same era, but
is it like he's got clips from like 2005 talking about internet, or probably before that to be fair, when he's talking about the internet. But let me ask you, so for people who might be watching this thinking NFT is not going to affect my life at all, why should they care about it?
Incorrect. I gave the example earlier in the podcast about sports tickets, like concerts, etc. That will affect that. It won't drastically like
Suddenly happen.
it won't like impact your life to where like half your day you're like spending like looking at NFTs, etc.
Yeah.
But you'll utilize NFTs within your day-to-day life without even realizing you're using it.
Yeah. Even like the word NFT might go, and it's just
100%.
NFT is just a word right now for like being able to own digital assets on a blockchain. It's just a digital. An NFT is just a digital asset on a blockchain, and the word NFT will probably go because like it's like everything you pay for digitally. And it like comes into your account some way. So whether it's like Clash of Clans gems or like stuff like that, every single thing like that is an NFT. It's just a digital asset. That's all it is. But when you say NFT, it means basically a digital asset on a blockchain that you can guarantee that you own. And everybody needs a way to own their NFT. Everyone needs a way to own the digital assets.
And everyone needs a way to verify it as well.
And verify it. And the thing is as well, it's like it's decentralized. So like just like in this world. So let's say.
Explain decentralized.
Decentralized means that nobody's in control. So just like it is in this world, if I like bought something, no one should be able to come and be able to just take it off me just because like they don't want to. And that's what the kind of like platforms in this day and age have now. Like Twitter, it's like Twitter, they can ban everyone they want, they can just take it away from you. And that shouldn't be allowed because it's like, if I own something, I own it. No one should be allowed to take it off me. And that's why like you need NFTs. Like if I had Clash of Clans could just, if I had like 10,000 Clash of Clans gems, someone could just ban my Clash of Clans account and it's gone. But like on Ethereum, it's not possible, yeah? And I've spent all this money and now it's gone because they just took it away and that shouldn't be allowed. So that's why decentralization is another massive key thing to like NFTs.
Because you've never got to be worried about someone else being in control,
No one
basically.
knows
It's like you mentioned about with the watches, right? Like if you leave the club, right, and you got your watch on your wrist, someone comes up to you and takes it off you, like your Rolex, like that's gone, they've gone, you're not getting
no
that
longer
back.
yours.
But if someone takes the
someone
Apple
takes your
Watch,
Apple Watch with
that
you, it's
don't
like, yeah,
matter.
okay, I've lost 400 quid, sure, like what's on it costs 100 grand, but you've got the Apple Watch, I've still got the actual
100
asset, that's why
grand,
I'm wearing it, it's still mine.
No one can take
so then it's like, you know.
You can't, so yeah, you can hack a wallet in a sense, but it's ridiculously hard to hack a wallet.
You've got to mess up yourself to hack up
Yeah.
a
The
wallet.
average
got-
Joe
you've got
probably
to fuck
couldn't
it up
do it.
yourself.
You're in control of your wallet. So
Yeah.
if you
The
sign
same
the
way you
wrong
give someone your
transaction-
password to your bank account.
Yeah, it's like how many times is realistically card
But
been
even
taken?
more secure than
Yeah,
that
even more
example.
secure.
Yeah.
Even more secure than that example. It's a good way to put it, but it's even more secure. So you got your Lloyds Bank, you put your password in, etc. With MetaMask, you get a seed phrase. So you'll get like a random combination of words that you need to save. You need to save because you can't get it like
Yeah,
you,
I remember
you can't
making
get
it
back
when
in if you
all
without
the shit
not getting
coins were
seed
coming
phrase.
out.
There's no customer service like I forgot my password. It's just like it's gone.
It's
Yeah.
gone
If it's
forever.
gone, it's gone.
Please
You're-
don't come in saying like,
No.
oh, come on, let's sort this out there. Just like, well, you've lost
I
it.
suppose
that's that,
would you say that's almost like the disadvantage of being decentralized?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
just
sure.
always
It'll
tie
change.
yourself.
There will obviously be ways.
Depends which way
Yeah.
you see it because it's more secure.
Yeah.
So as long as you print it off, put it in a safe, put it in wherever,
Yeah.
you're going to be safe. But you don't wave it about, put it on Instagram. Yeah, it's going to get lost. But
Right. Let's slow this podcast down a touch.
We got loads of time. We'll talk for
I
hours.
feel like
man.
we just went through a whole lot and people were just
It's
trying to
NFTs,
write
man,
everything
it's just
down.
CEO.
Okay,
Marathon,
we'll
episode
talk
1,
for
2,
hours
3.
and hours, and you can just chop it down, man.
All right, cool. Let me ask you this, yeah. If people who might have watched the Lewis Morgan podcast, he mentioned a platform called VeVe, right?
you go.
So we mentioned OpenSea, we mentioned the other keywords I can't even remember at this point. VeVe, what is that?
VeVe is essentially a platform where it's similar to OpenSea in a way, I suppose, where they offer their own collectibles that they use through licensors. But it's not like you bought at yacht clubs that are new brands or your Alien Friends or your Full Send Meta card. It's big brands that are going on there. You've got Disney, Marvel. What's another example that's on
Comics.
Pokemon.
All the comics.
Yeah,
all
they're
the original
Spider-Man,
comics.
every single superhero you know.
Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola.
Everything's
The
on that.
big brands are all on VeVe.
the biggest.
UPS is on it.
The biggest.
UPS just did just
Yeah,
stamps on it.
UPS, United, literally, the biggest brands are on VeVe. And the reason they've got that is because they have a really good person that works at the company who worked at another company. I can't remember what it is, but he's managed to secure all of the licensors for those, for VeVe. And we've got, so I looked at Lewis's wallet. I know what's in Lewis's wallet. I can see it. Lewis has got a lot of Disney golden moments at the moment. That's the original NFT from Disney.
The Disney what? Golden what?
First ever
Golden
Disney
moments.
NFT.
and he's gone for loads, which are under edition 99. Oh, under edition 100. So he's got like, edition 5, whatever. So they're like the rarest ones of the rarest ones.
So let me ask you here. You lot have seen his wallet. I haven't, because obviously wallets are public. You can see them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now on TikTok, I don't know if you lot come across it. It was last night I posted it about how much money he made from NFTs. I know so many comments saying cap.
Go online and
Go online,
verify
look
yourself.
at it.
That's
Show
the
you
best
now.
thing.
Can we
The
show you
people,
now?
the people that should be most scared about this change into the blockchain are the people that are faking it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be public. You can't fake it.
You can't fake it, yeah.
If you say I'm going to give 20% of this money back to the community, I will see that you've done that and everyone can see that.
Yeah, I mean, compared to something like, let's just say someone had a fake Rolex on, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And someone like, I don't know, someone didn't know that much about watches. You could probably blag that being real.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
make them think they're 70 grand, but there's no possible way you can do that with NFTs.
Because you go online, Google it, no problem.
Yeah.
No way. Unless they're looking at the wrong thing, but it's not. You can literally see, go back to that collection, see exactly where it's from.
It's like the other day I was trying to look through like a collection and see what they did with like the money and stuff. And you can see every single transaction, where it gets sent. It's basically just having someone's bank statement, right? And you just see, like, oh yeah, you did send $5,000 on the 20th. You did do that. But you can do it without even having to ask. You can just look.
And it never disappears as well. So a recent thing that happened is one of the original NFT games was discovered, and it's a project called Crypto Skulls. And basically, when you can see all the past transactions. So it's like a history piece now. So it's like if you own that NFT, you own like a piece of NFT history, and all like the transactions that operated within the game are all like seeable. So if you did something like dodgy 5 years ago, and then you're carrying on now, people will be able to just go back 5 years and see everything you've done, all the transactions you've made, everything. So it's crazy.
And going back to Lewis on VeVe, it's not cap. I don't know if Lewis didn't necessarily get into VeVe 6 months ago. That maybe is cap, right? From what I understand, Lewis got into VeVe probably about 3 months ago, 3 months ago, right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the time frame. That's not even like a point, right?
Yeah.
Lewis got into NFTs at the golden moments. I hold a pretty good collection on VeVe myself, right? Golden Moments released in November, and they were sat under 1,000 gems for a long time, right? So if people don't know what gems are, that's VeVe's in-app currency. It's 1 gem to $1.
So OpenSea has Ethereum.
Well, OpenSea uses
OpenSea runs
Ethereum.
on the Ethereum blockchain.
But VeVe is just
Gems.
it's not gem. It's today. Is it today? It might have been yesterday.
Today, they completed migration to
Ethereum.
go off.
IMX.
Okay, because
which
when I've
is-
done the podcast with Lewis, he said it's only locked in gems at the moment.
Yeah.
there's
Right.
like
Today,
shit
it
over
literally
now.
went through, everything's
they
off, but it's
just
not,
opened it back up today. But when Lewis was buying those NFTs, and because I remember Will telling me a couple, literally as soon as Lewis did it, it was like Lewis is buying these golden moments as well, like he believes in it. When he bought those, they was so undervalued, like ridiculously undervalued. People look at like Disney collectibles, look at Marvel comics, they go for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous that they go for that because that's what people value. But like they go for ridiculous amounts of money. It's just the same online, and you can verify that it's real. So Logan Paul recently just got scammed for about, was it $3 million?
Pokemon cards.
Yeah, 3.5 million. Not possible with NFTs. It's not possible because I know exactly where that's come from. It's just not possible. I can verify that that's come from the creator.
And you know what's mad as well? I don't know if you guys saw the video, but the packaging that the box was in, the people who authenticated that, they said it was legit themselves. So they didn't even know.
That's like going back to the Rolex thing. Like, it could still even be fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Logan said on the podcast himself, is like they probably didn't expect someone like me to open it. Like Logan's got stupid amounts of money. He's a content creator. Of course, he's gonna open like stupid amounts of stuff and that sometimes. And fortunately, in his case, he's managed to get his money back and stuff. But it's just like it's not possible with NFTs. You can see exactly who made that exact collector's piece. You can see it. There's
See
no two
exactly
ways
who's
about
owned
it.
it as well. Like if there's been 10 people from it being made to get into you can see every single person that's owned that NFT before it gets to you.
Yeah, plus it's not going to like get damaged, which is a big,
And nothing happens
big
to it.
positive
It's in
thing.
the same condition as it was. It's like you made the thing like if you want to enjoy the Pokemon box, you got to open it, right? And then as soon as it's opened, it's lost value and you can't really enjoy it. But then with NFT, you can enjoy it and you never have to touch it. The condition doesn't change.
Yeah, you can't change the condition, innit?
Because when it comes to the comics and stuff, you see a lot that are collector's pieces. They come in cases, they come in wrapping, and they're never ever open and they're never ever read.
Yeah, and the thing is, if they are, or if they're creased just a touch,
Just a
value's
touch.
gone.
If they're opened, they devalue instantly. But with NFTs, you don't necessarily have that because you can just tap a button, and it's there online for you, and you don't have to. It's not going to devalue. There's nothing like changes about it. It's still there. But just quickly going back to Lewis as well. So Lewis, I think he said 200,000.
200,000 to 2 mil, no?
200,000 to 2 to 3 million.
Yeah.
I can totally believe it. 100%. I've seen golden moments over this last month. So I own 2 Mickey Sorcerer's hats. For months, for like 2 months, they were sat around 1 to 2,000 gems. Recently, they've just shot up to about 7,000 gems, right? You look at the ratio in terms of like the increase there.
Just give me a quick perspective, yeah? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go on.
A gem, how much is one gem?
$1.
Okay, cool. So it's basically dollar to gem.
Dollar to gem, yeah,
cool.
1 to 1.
Yeah.
Right? So they were sat around 1 to 2,000 gems for like 2 months, and then essentially everyone realized this, like early this year, these are ridiculously undervalued. It's Disney's first ever NFT. The problem is with VeVe, like the problem that has been with VeVe is that it wasn't on necessarily an Ethereum network. Because obviously the main base of NFTs is based on Ethereum network. Once VeVe is based on that, the people that like they call them whales, people that have large amounts in Ethereum and large amounts of NFT collections, right? So the whales, once they can translate that over to the Disneys and the Marvels and the Spider-Mans or whatever, they're going to just buy them all up because these are the real collectibles. These are the real ones that people want. These are big, big brands that have been collected for like 100 years now.
Yeah.
Or these new brands that you don't necessarily know about. Gary talks about it a lot, Gary Vee. He says 98% of projects that you see online now are going to go to zero. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can't make money day-to-day trading or in a year now to trading. That's what we essentially help you with as Crep Chief NFT. We teach you which NFTs that you're going to be able to buy and we believe in that are going to do well long term and or short term as well, that you're going to be able to flip from 1 Ethereum, say, to 2 Ethereum, make yourself $2,000-$3,000.
Not even
no
that,
problem.
like even like lower amounts, like 0.1, like £200 and flip it to, where's like the one you did the other day?
So I bought some anime one the other day called Killer Girlfriends, and that was.
I think you put that on your Instagram story, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was 0.07, so it was like $150 or something. It was nothing, and I sold it for just shy of 1F, and that was over. It's like half a day.
Mad.
So that's like $2,000 in half a day. And literally, I bought it just before I went to sleep, and I sold it when I woke up. So I must have been on my phone for like 5 minutes max. And I made
What
like
drives
2,000-3,000.
the prices of these up?
People buying?
Just people,
got a
just
lot of
demand,
buying.
supply and demand.
I need
too.
this.
If that thing's popping off on Twitter, if it's trending, if there's a lot of volume,
Yeah.
it's just.
And it's the
anything
artist
can
or
affect
whoever's
it.
behind
It's
it.
about the value in the project. That's what it's really about. Like, obviously, don't like they just said then, if people are buying large amounts of it and you see like people are just buying, the floor is going to rise because there's less on the market.
Yeah.
Essentially. But the real value is that people are understanding what is behind that NFT, what's going on. Right, okay, those are empowering women with World of Woman. Bored Ape Yacht Club are offering networking events. That's the real value.
Yeah.
And then people just have to, it might take 2 to 3 months for people to understand the value of a project, or it might even take years for people to understand it. But once people get it, and then they see others are getting it, because people need confirmation in life. They need an assistance from someone. Like if I necessarily, I'm curious about buying into something on the Ethereum network, I'll ask one of these, and if they back me and I believe them and I trust them, the likelihood is I'll go in and buy it myself. That's what I think a lot of people like need in their situations as well.
Right, so before we continue, I just got to say that this podcast is proudly sponsored by Crep Chief NFT. And guess what? I don't have to do that, Reed, because I've got the lads with me here right now. So you mentioned what we could do with it. Yeah. So I want to ask this. If I was to make this, by the way, we're only like, I don't know, 45 minutes into the podcast.
We'll just keep going, bro.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going to
I've decided before this podcast even finished, I'm definitely going to make a CEOCAST NFT.
Yep.
Yeah. So I want you lot in the comments to decide what you want the benefits to be. But let's just say I limited it
That's
to...
a great way to put it. You want your people
To know what they want.
You want them to tell you what they want.
Yeah,
from
that's
your
what I'm saying,
brand.
yeah. So then let's just say it came out, I don't know, let's just say I set the price at, I don't know, £10, for example, right? Now, if they wanted to sell it on, because there's going to be resale hype with it, how would they do that?
So they just connect the wallet to OpenSea. Literally go into collection, go into your profile, see your little token or card or whatever you might want to be at.
Yeah.
Press sell, press at the market value, and that's it.
I
And
think
when
we
it
should have
sells,
like
it
the
sells.
artwork. I think we should have like the artwork, like a picture of this microphone with some dumb face on it or something like that.
You can do anything, yeah.
Do it.
Do anything, you can change it when you want, you can update it.
Video,
There's so
GIF.
many things.
Okay, so
you
with
can do.
NFTs, you can update the pictures and everything.
Well, yeah, the people that make
It's just
it.
attached. So basically, your thing is just attached to a hyperlink or whatever. So you can update
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hyperlink and whatever it's showing.
So it's basically
fine.
the way you change your Instagram profile, DP. Like,
Yeah, very
But the
similar.
contract behind it
yeah, it doesn't
is
change.
the same.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
That's something we've not touched on yet is smart contracts. and those are really essential in NFTs. I'm not the most knowledgeable on smart contracts myself, but the lads here can
The smart contract is what is actually changing the game. That is.
Explain what it is exactly. What's the technology of it?
So, yeah. So, it's interesting. It's basically a smart contract is like a computer program that once it's like been deployed, it can't be like fake distorted. No one can control it. Like the person who like deploys it can obviously like control it, withdraw money from it. But basically, the smart contract is like it's like a computer program that like does. It's so hard to explain. It's like it just. I can't even like think of a good way to explain it in like a simplistic term. It just like does things and it can't do new things. So
It's
like,
locked in.
You can't update it. It's
locked
just
in.
like
So once
saying
you-
I'm doing
yeah.
this. If I'm running a 100-kilometer marathon or whatever, just doing that. Not diverting. I'm not doing anything else. I'm set to a route and I'm doing that route.
You can't change it.
Nothing. If something affects it, nothing can affect me.
Literally, if Tom said he was running a 100-kilometer, well, say he was running a marathon, 26 miles. If your like essentially your body physically cannot not do it. Like it cannot not do it.
So if I had
It's
to
set
put
to
this
this
into
route and it's doing that route.
Like, it's like your body. It's like something else taking control of you in a sense. Like
It's like
the way
setting
that
a
it
route on a
is.
Tesla. Like if you set it from go to A to B, it's going to do A to B. It's not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
So let me put, if I put this into real life terms, yeah, just to give a future example, just tell me if this is like a good perspective way of seeing it or what, yeah. Let's just say, Tom, yeah, I was gonna sell you my house for £600,000, yeah, or whatever it is. We've agreed to £600,000. Now, if this was a normal contract, I could be a sneaky and add another 20 grand to the sale. So now you're buying it for 620. But if we've got a smart contract at 600,000, that can't change.
yeah.
If you've signed that bitch, no chance.
No chance.
So
So
like
you say that's a 6-bed house.
Yeah.
It's a 6-bed house. It's not. It's
Five,
not a 7-bed.
like that, yeah.
It's not 9-bed. It's
If
not
it's a
5-bed.
penthouse in GTA, it's a penthouse in GTA.
Yeah, it's that exact one. You know
Yeah.
exactly what you're getting. You can't change it.
And just like for that use case and example, that's just one. So you could use it. I can clearly see where smart contracts are going to see in the future. So I hope the audience can understand that as well. But
That's why it's good in
mad.
both metaverse and real life because it acts on both parties. So
And
That's
it's all
mad.
transparent too. Like
Yeah.
you can read it, you can see everything, but you can't edit it.
Every company right now should be looking in smart contracts. Every company.
Every single one.
It's going to change the game. Like if you're on it now, you're on it.
If you don't believe you're going to be in the metaverse in the next few years,
Yeah.
you're incorrect.
You're already
if you
in
don't,
there.
Probably already
you're
are
already
in
in
there.
it. If you don't think in the next 2 to 3 years, whether it's a headset or whether it's glasses, etc., if you don't think that you're going to be in it, you're incorrect. You will be doing meetings through your headset. You will do it. We all watch Ben Francis do it on his thing. Like you will be sat in a room. It's convenience. That's what the world lives on. Convenience and efficiency.
Could I do a podcast in the metaverse with a
one.
live audience?
We'll do one.
yeah, you could do it with a live
Mad.
audience.
Like literally.
We don't have to drive down. You don't
Audience
have to
would be
drive
wild.
down.
We're
Sit
doing
there.
so.
So anyone who's got a headset, who's got an Oculus or whatever, so we would all, if say we was on this podcast right now, we'd all have our headsets on, and anyone who's anywhere in the world, doesn't matter where they are, they could put the headset on and they could watch us live. They don't have to be in the country.
And you can
just
join
put it
like
on.
the
They could
3D
walk
world.
around us.
So we could
Look
have.
everywhere.
You could be in London. I could be on the beach.
So we could have a live event without physically being.
I think was
together.
it Justin Bieber hosted a concert?
Yeah, just
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah.
dog good as well.
Yeah, Snoop's done it. Yeah,
That's mad.
that was a really good example that Will used as well. Then is the Bored Ape Yacht Club thing. Is so say we was all sat here right now and we had a live audience over there. We all had our headsets on, and you was in the metaverse. You could see that someone like was dripped out in the Bored Ape Yacht
Yeah.
Club. Like you know my guy who's sat in front row. He's worth 500 at least.
Yeah.
Like there's no two ways about changing that. Like he's a big dog. Like it's fine.
I'm relating this to the metaverse and stuff. Obviously, metaverse is going to be a virtual reality, basically virtual reality, right? Yeah. And relating this to NFTs, I think, as far as I know, an NFT you can buy a jumper from Adidas, and that would be as an NFT, right?
Yeah. So you can literally buy.
Yeah.
We can literally buy an Adidas NFT right now. We could literally do that right now.
Because they bought land and everything in the metaverse,
Yeah,
right?
they
So-
bought-
Yes, no. So Adidas dropped an NFT. Was it about 2 months ago?
Yeah,
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dropped an NFT. It's called Phase One at the moment. In March, they're releasing a clothing collection for it.
So you can actually use your NFTs in metaverse in VR.
Not the Adidas
So
one.
this
it's
is
a
like
pass.
an access pass to get the limited stuff.
I think you get like
So
a
this is-
tracksuit, a hoodie. You get like a few different items.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is you're going to basically use your NFT. So you'll basically connect your wallet to the Adidas website. And if you own an Adidas NFT, you will be able to buy this new Adidas X Prada clothing. So like you have to own the NFT to buy it, and that's the only way to get it. And that's like another use for NFTs. It's just a way to verify that you actually own something.
Let me ask this relating to CrepChief NFT, right? Yeah. So obviously your platform helps myself and other people mint NFTs and make money essentially, right? But can you also like give the drops of what NFTs are actually going to be useful and exclusive in the future?
So we did like a breakdown of every single drop, like all the benefits, all the pros, all the like people behind the project, everything about the project from like start to finish. Yeah, every single thing. So you get a full breakdown of what's going to happen long term.
So when we educate you on a project and what we say is essentially what we think, what we believe is a valuable project, we'll put that out to our members. It's your opinion of whether to buy it or not. That's your choice. But we give you our opinion, and we hope that our members who pay us £50 a month trust us, because that's what they're here for. So they pay that, and then they're like, okay, if they believe in it, I'll believe in it. That's essentially what it is. It comes off of like that confirmation thing, what I was talking about earlier. Like people need confirmation in life. They need to be able to believe in something. They need someone else's second opinion. This podcast is sponsored by FCA regulation. We do not tell you. We're not financial advisors, basically. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice.
It's just do your own research. We're just doing our own research. So like, there's hundreds of projects a day, hundreds of new NFTs a day.
Yeah.
And 90% of them are just money. Yeah, literally more. 99% of them are just money grabs, or just fakes, or just like.
So would you say, speaking on that point, would you say majority of them are hype right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're only seeing the good ones though, but there's literally hundreds releasing all the time, like live all the time, releasing new ones, just copies, just like. And we're going through, and there's ways that we look at a project. So whether the team is doxed behind them, so doxed is just like basically like, so if you made your NFT, it'd be like, you are behind the NFT, I know you, it's like your LinkedIn profile, like this person's legit, he's got something to carry behind this brand. Where if it's just like Joe Blogs behind the screen releasing a monkey, and it's just like, what? And he's saying that, I'm gonna have this utility, and I'm gonna give 20%
give away
back
a
to the wallet
or something.
Like it happens a lot. People launch projects, sell it out, vanish.
Go on and share, basically rug pulling it,
Happens
isn't
all
it?
the time.
Rug pulling, that's what it's commonly known as.
And the thing is, I suppose the NFTs or the projects with people actually behind it that you can kind of trust it, because you know that you can easily go back to them and say you stole my money, basically, if they try and rug pull you.
And usually there'll be like accredited people who've worked for like Disney or like mad people like Warner Brothers, like massive 3D animators and stuff like that, with like crazy history and like respected people, and they're all like launching them now. Like everyone's jumping on the back of it.
I think the main thing you want to touch on is like with Notify, it's just a platform to basically show you what resells, right? Like there's loads of things that resell, but finding them's the hard part.
Yeah.
So you could go off on your own, like sure, but it's hard, it's time consuming. So the NFT is just the same.
This is
like
all
it just
on the
shows
computer.
you. Sure, there's loads of projects, but it's filtering out the ones which could do well and like look good, and then providing that information rather than you going out on your own and looking at it, because you're gonna make mistakes. Like there's loads, you're gonna make
There's
mistakes.
insane amounts of information to consume. Like you can literally spend hours researching one project, but then there's 100 releasing a day. So it's like it takes an insane amount of time. So we just do like all that for you. We hire all the people. We do all the analysis.
Yeah. So if you looked at a project, you probably wouldn't know what to look at.
No. I'll do now because I'm signed up to CrepChief NFT.
Oh yeah, exactly. But you don't have to look at the project really. You don't have to find it. It's
You
there
send
for
it
you.
to us as well. Like we do, people can send us projects and we'll look into it for you and like tell you whether we think it's like all right.
We don't know what the price is going to be after that, but we say that
believe
this
it's going
project,
on
there's
mint.
like 100,000 people going for a project that's only got 8,000 things. A lot of people are going to lose out, and they're going to want it. So there's going to be an aftermarket.
If you follow myself and CrepChief NFT Instagram, you would see that we put up some questions. So before we get to them, I think we should probably address the elephant in the room. What is CrepChief NFT, and how can you guys help everyone get involved?
It's literally making NFTs accessible to the everyday person. Like if I ring my mum right now and say like, oh, buy this NFT, she's no idea. Like I may as well speak like Arabic to her. But like all it is doing, it's literally bringing NFTs, which it is like it's in its nature is complex, right? It's difficult. Like it's not just as simple as going to a website, putting your credit card in. It is not like that. It's a completely new concept to everyone. So like all it's doing is bringing NFTs to the everyday person, and they don't have to sit and they don't have to read and do everything on their own. It's all done for them. It's like you wouldn't go to university and try and do it on your own. Like they are there and they are giving you books and they are telling you everything they know, and then you're learning rather than like that's why you go to uni, right? So you can learn. You don't sit at home and go, I'm gonna know everything about this. I'm gonna sit in Google. I'm gonna read books. Like it's all done for you. You could read 100 books and 2 of them are going to be right, but you go to university and they're going to give you 100 books and they're all right because it's all vetted, it's all done, it's all filtered. That's all it is.
And I know we've talked a lot on this podcast at the moment about what NFTs are and stuff, but CrepChief NFT offers a complete guide. I think it's over 85 guides that you can read through and understand of what NFTs are and how you can benefit from them and how to utilize the situation. We offer 85 guides of like different scenarios of where like you will be necessarily using it or how to utilize it, etc. There's a lot to it. So CrepChief NFT is an educational platform. It is informing you of projects and an analysis on that project, and then you can make the decision yourself of whether you would like to buy it or not from our understanding and our analysis. So we make it available for the beginner so they don't have to do their own research. They don't have to go online and spend 10 hours a day like most people are doing in the NFT space. They're researching projects all day, every day. Can I buy this one? Can I buy that one? What we do is we evaluate projects and then we put them out to the people, and then they can decide then whether they look at our analysis and they go, that actually doesn't look like a bad project. I might dabble into that one. And then they'll buy, they necessarily may buy it, and then they'll be a holder of that NFT, and if they make some money on it, they make some money on it. That's our game. We want to help people understand NFTs, and then if it goes up, it goes up. That's our understanding.
Let me add to what you said there for the audience as well. Obviously, I'm part of the CrepChief NFT as well, right? And the 85 guides, just to say this for the audience, it's not just a bunch of crap thrown from the internet all into different guides or whatever. It's actually knowledgeable and valuable content or information that you can read from that actually helps you as well. And take that from me because I'm part of the.
It's unique as well, right? Like it's
unique,
written,
yeah,
like
literally.
it's not
written
just
by
like,
us.
It's not just like the 5 of us, right? We say like, we do this. It's not just us. Like we do have like many people that get paid. And they'll do it, and obviously they're vetted too. Like it's not just like, come sign up there. You can tell people now, like it's not like that.
Yeah.
And it's like we say on the website, it's literally start to finish and everything in between. Yeah. Take you from starting out to literally having a laptop, to getting everything you need, all the way to buying it, and then that entire journey in between is done.
And this is why I was happy to, whether it was CrepChief or whether it was CrepChief NFT, I was happy to have you guys as a sponsor because realistically, most of the people that watch CEOCAST are probably upcoming entrepreneurs want to make money and want to invest in the future. And with CrepChief NFT, when I found out that you guys are doing this, I was like, this is perfect for everything that relates to CEOCAST. Basically, helps you make a bit of change on the side, but also more so, you get so much knowledge and valuable information of going ahead into the future.
It's probably preparing you for the future.
I'm trying to necessarily bring CrepChief away from the side hustle thing. Like so, NFTs. This is the future. If you are an upcoming entrepreneur, there is no two ways about it. Web3, NFTs, etc. That is the way forward. If you want to look into a business right now and you are sat at home and you like thinking, I've been thinking for years and years and years what to do, look into Web3, see what it offers, look into NFTs. This is the future. There's no, Web 1 was a thing, Web 2 was a thing. Web 3 is not going to disappear. This is the future. You look at your life. You go to work at 8 a.m. in the morning. You go on a computer. You come home from work. You sit on your phone or you're watching the TV. You're looking at a screen, right? You are going to be living in a digital world. You already do. People just don't realize it yet. And people think this scary transition. It's not that different. It's
just
really
like
not that
15
different.
years ago.
Yeah.
It's literally
not
like
that different.
Smartphones didn't exist 15 years ago. Like, they was literally just coming about, and like now every single person has them. I think it's like some ridiculous percentage of like 99.9% of people like under 18 have a smartphone, something like that.
Do you know what I remember as well? I remember speaking of smartphones and stuff, there obviously before the whole metaverse and everything, I remember I bought a Samsung S8, right? And I remember when they came out brand new, you could buy it with it came with a headset.
Yeah.
And whenever you go on Netflix, it's I can imagine it being like this in the metaverse as well. When you go on Netflix, you're sat in a movie theater with a big cinema screen in front of you, but obviously it feels like a cinema because there's nothing.
You're immersed.
Yeah, you're immersed in the reality or virtual reality, should I say?
I think touching on what you said as well, but like it's a scary change. Like you've got like big companies like you've got Tesla, Facebook. Everyone's talking about, like, everyone's saying we're gonna, like Elon Musk saying
Twitter,
we're gonna in 10 years time we're all gonna live in a screen, right? And like I speak to my parents and they're like, that's horrible. Like, no, right?
Exactly the same.
It is scary because it's gonna be like the Matrix.
But at least like NFTs and stuff like that, it kind of pushes you in. It doesn't push you into it, but it lets you dabble and it lets you understand.
Yeah.
Okay, what could this be like? Rather than being like, I'm gonna live on my phone. No. Like it kind of, it pushes you
People
into
were
a
saying
little bit.
15, Gary Vee uses the example all the time. People were saying 20 years ago, I'll never have a phone. Why would I need a phone? I don't need that. And then everyone's got a phone. Everyone looks at a screen every single day. Like, there's no two ways about it. Web3 is the future. If you want to start a business, you're looking into things to be able to invest into or develop your knowledge. Web3, NFTs, 100%.
It's probably just the next step in connecting people a little bit easier.
That's
Like,
a big
it's just
thing that
connecting
Mark
people.
Zuckerberg
The world's
says.
getting smaller, man.
It's like,
It's trying to
50
bring people
years?
closer, isn't it? That's the thing.
It was like before you had like planes and that, you only move within your country. Like it was naturally like things would get built, trains, cars, planes, then obviously you can go everywhere. So it's probably just like the next step of progression. It's just connecting people a little bit better. Like I said before, I could do this as that podcast and I could be on the beach in, I don't know, Barbados. You could be in an office in London and we are still together having the exact same conversation.
Look at FaceTime.
And you feel like we're next to each other.
Yeah, no one thought FaceTime would be a thing.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
What's the difference, right? But so essentially, you're on FaceTime, you're chatting to someone, you can see them exactly. FaceTime is more popular than ever. If you've got a headset on, I can be sat in a room in Barbados and Max can be in Dubai in white in the club, and we can feel like we're in the same place. Like I can, and people are like, well, you're not going to be able to touch things. There are companies right now developing
gloves, haptic feedbacks and everything,
full
yeah.
suits. If you've not seen Ready Player One is a movie. Go and watch Ready Player One. That is what the future is looking like.
There's another series called Upload. Have you seen that?
I've not seen Upload.
I haven't either. It was recommended to me, but I need to watch it. But apparently it's like Ready Player One.
Yeah, Ready Player. Have you seen Ready Player One?
No.
Oh, mate.
insane watch.
That is exactly what. Well, I can't say exactly because I'm not the thingy, but from my understanding, that is what I would see the future as.
Is that on Netflix or something?
It is on Netflix available.
I'm gonna watch
Everything's
it.
on Netflix.
After this podcast, I recommend you go on Netflix right now and watch Ready Player One
As well as sign up to CrepChief NFT.
and subscribe to CEOCAST. Anything else?
Take the same three boxes, boom,
And
boom,
follow us
boom,
all on
done.
social media and whatever you can think of. I don't know. Boys, tell me, how easy is it for someone to buy an NFT?
Couple clicks.
It is literally a couple of clicks. You can
How
literally
about
do
this?
it on your phone right
Yeah.
now.
How about show me how it's done?
What are we buying? What are we buying?
You're already doing it.
So it's buying
Screen
the-
record it, please, so I can put it on the podcast.
I'll screen record it right now.
We were talking about Adidas NFT. Buy that.
Yeah, we should buy another phase one.
I'll buy it right now.
So, okay, the time is 1943. That's when the process has started.
I need some better
Will's
internet
a
first.
slow boy. Will will take his time.
I've got no internet. Hold on. That's the only issue.
This is to try and show you that we believe in it. We're investing right now. So on Adidas NFT, I think the floor is about 1.4.
No, it's
Nah,
below.
it drops. It's like
About
1F.
It's about 1F
It's
now.
like £2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like, and it's not a ridiculous amount of money, but we're putting in £2,000 to try and like show you that this is real. We're not like, we don't want to lose 2,000. Oh, apologies. I don't want to lose £2,000.
You're getting a lot of utility for your £2,000. So like
But the same
the other
thing
day
is,
they did the
right?
Prada collection. Like you can only get that if you're a holder of this.
Just a quick one. Do you think that this drives up the price of Ether?
Well, right now it's at its
Right
lowest
now it's
point.
dipped. It's
Yeah.
dipped a lot.
But like when F goes down, obviously it brings NFTs up, so you
Yeah,
can kind of
yeah.
like balance it.
I don't
You get
think,
it in for cheaper.
I don't necessarily think it brings the price up, but I think it sustains Ethereum as a network that's going to be around for a long time. You've got, so from what I heard the other day, I seen it on Twitter.
2.8.
I do not know whether this is true. But Bored Ape Yacht Club was valued. They're looking into VCs to try and invest in it. They was valued at around $5 billion. Right? No VC ever is going to look at something and go, that's worth $5 billion and it might be worth nothing in 2 years.
Yeah.
They know, they understand the future. They see what's going on. Some of them will be wrong, some are correct. But Bored Ape Yacht Club is on the Ethereum network, which means if it's valued at $5 billion, your odds are
People hedging
in.
the bets, right? Same
Yeah.
with like OpenSea. Like OpenSea's valued at what, 13, 14 billion as
It's,
of
it's
the
like
start of the
betting on
year.
Lionel Messi to get a Ballon d'Or. Like it's likely. Like it's either one or two. Like Ethereum's here to stay. I'm not saying I don't think it'll necessarily push the price up. I don't think it'll necessarily drive the price down.
And even so, if Ethereum isn't here in 5 years and there's a replacement to it, right?
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just, it's not replacing, it's keeping the concept, just changing the currency. It's still the same.
Okay, so I'll go and buy an Adidas NFT from OpenSea. Go on Adidas. Go on the item. Hit buy. Confirm checkout. And then just hit confirm. And it's literally that simple. So that now purchase is pending. Submitted, complete. And now I have the Adidas NFT. So if I go to my wallet now, you'll see
So we actually already own one of these as
got-
well. So we've held one for a bit.
As you can see.
We actually minted 3 of these.
Yeah, we minted 3 from release.
Yeah, so we actually bought 3. It was 0.3 each. So we paid 0.9 for 3. We sold 2, one at 0.7 and one at 0.9. So we're up we're up 0.6.
So that's bought now, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Just
Okay,
purchased
so-
that right now.
so-
That's right there.
So I own
right
one
now.
of these now.
Including the time of technical difficulties connected to Wi-Fi and all that stuff, it's only still 7:47. So it's only been 4 minutes.
And the best
That's
part
The
mad.
is,
actual
right,
transaction actually takes.
the best part is
10
like,
seconds, yeah.
if we now decide, we don't want this anymore, it'll just do the exact same process and just click sell. And like, sure, you'll lose like a tiny bit in transaction fees. That's natural. Like if you ship something back.
Yeah.
But like if he says, I don't want it now, it sells it again, and it will sell in a couple minutes, and it's gone, and the money's back. That's that.
You screen record that, yeah? Yeah. So you lot have seen for yourselves exactly what goes on and everything like that. That's crazy.
It's like 4 minutes. 4 minutes, that's all it takes. Couple clicks, that's what we advertise, that's our motto. So a couple clicks, you can, like,
It's literally just a couple of clicks, like as you can see. You can throw it up on screen.
So you can be buying and you can be selling in literally a couple of clicks, like literally no labor, like.
online, on your phone, which
Anywhere.
you're doing already.
Yeah.
You come home from work, you're on your phone. Instead of going on Facebook, get yourself on CrepChief NFT Discord, start educating yourself, get yourself on CrepChief NFT Discord, learn how to buy and sell NFTs. We give you the guides of how you can do it. It's just an online platform, you can read it. We're not telling you which ones to buy, we're telling you how to do it, right? And then we offer evaluation on projects that we think are valuable, and then we portray them out to the public, and then the public can then decide whether they would like to purchase it. But it's all done online. It erases that entire process of, all right, you might spend 20 minutes going to the post office and you've got kids or you've got to get home to your girlfriend or whatever. It's time consuming. But if you're on your phone already, like just engage with it, just learn how to do it. Like it just cuts out all that time. Like Milo said, it is a difficult, it's not the most difficult. Gary Vee gives a good example. 50 hours invested into learning something, you can genuinely understand it.
It's not difficult. It's just new.
It's just new,
It's just
exactly.
new, that's all it is.
Exactly. And right now it's really new.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of situations that like people are having to learn and adapt from, etc. Like cars 100 years ago weren't as efficient as building cars now. But in 2 to 3 years' time, you'll be ahead of the game. This is like the NFT space is like being on the crypto space in 2016, right? And if you're telling me you don't believe in crypto, you're incorrect. 50% of the world's billionaires are from crypto. 50%, right? That's insane. Crypto's been about, is it like 10 years, 15, 12 years? 50% of the world's billionaires. Like, there's no two ways about it. Crypto's here to stay. But for CrepChief NFT, it's essentially removing all the in real life pain to just working on your phone. I would recommend getting yourself a laptop. It's £300, £400 investment, right?
It's easy to do on your phone though.
Yeah, as you can see, it's literally that easy. All these websites are compatible for both mobile and desktop, so it doesn't really matter.
But here's what I was going to say. Here's the big issue. The CrepChief NFT is currently sold out. So how can CEOCAST...
It's no longer sold out.
No longer now.
It's available for everyone.
Okay.
It's available for everyone to be able to join right now. It is £50 a month. £50 a month's worth it. The evaluation that on these projects, I'm telling you, we're not putting in no time. We're putting in serious amount of hours. We go in the office, well, the lads here, they get in the office for 9 a.m. every single day. They're in the office till 10 p.m. every single day looking at projects. We have around 15 staff probably at the point?
Collectively, yeah.
Yeah, collectively around 15 staff. We've been going 2 months. We don't want to like play around. We're giving people like serious evaluation. If we're not offering good evaluation, people will leave. So there's no business. That's the game. So if people like aren't looking at our recommendations on what we think is a good project, people are just going to leave, which means the business will go. We're investing heavily in this, into the NFT space and Web3. We want people to understand what it is, and in these projects, there's great opportunities for people to be able to advance their lives and get on something early. Like I said with the crypto stuff, like it's not going anywhere. This thing is here to stay.
Even if it's like not here to, right? Even if it's in 2 years' time, people looking back at NFTs like, well, it's not here anymore, right? It's doing it now. Like you're making money now, so at least it might not be in 2 years, but you're making money now with it. So it's like at the moment, it's still worth it, right? So.
I think that instills some doubt. I honestly, it's
No
not
doubt.
going anywhere. It's not. NFTs is a technology. It's the technology behind it, the blockchains. It's irreplaceable to an extent at this moment in time. The fact that you can literally verify that you own something without having to question it. You don't have to go to a valuer, like someone who can verify it for you, like Logan Paul's maybe had to do for his Pokemon cards. You can just look online. It takes you 2 minutes.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
the technology here is here to stay. Convenience, efficiency. That's what everyone wants. That's exactly what it offers.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up the podcast there. For everyone who's watching, I hope you have now walked out of this podcast knowing pretty much everything you need to know about NFTs. I said it was going to be an hour, and it's been roughly about an hour and something minutes. I don't know.
It's pushing it 2 hours
after all the
now.
cuts. So, I hope you lot all enjoyed that. Make sure you're subscribed. And also, one thing I forgot to mention as well, make sure you put the notification bell on so you never miss an upload from us. Until then, follow myself on social media. Follow all the lads here. Everything's linked in the description. Make sure you check out Crep Chief NFT and get on the NFT hype. For real, I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm already on it. I don't know, loads of other people are on it as well. So until then, lads, I want to thank you for coming down.
Thank you very much for having
Appreciate
us.
Appreciate that.
Wicked. And if you're listening to this on any audio platforms, subscribe. And until then, we'll catch you in the next episode of CEOCAST.